Chancellor, the Honorable Graydon Nicholas, President and Vice Chancellor Don Russell, Vice President, Academic and Research, Dr. Kim Fenwick, guest speaker, Dr. Jennifer Russell, parents, supporters, faculty, staff, and the class of 2021. Welcome to St. Thomas University's Summer Convocation. I wish to begin by congratulating all graduates on this major accomplishment and milestone in our lives. We deserve to pause and celebrate all the hard work and dedication that culminated in this moment. I am humbled and grateful to have been chosen to deliver the Valedictory address for Summer Convocation 2021, just as I am humbled and grateful to have been part of the STU community this past year. If I had to define the STU grad class in one word, it would be resilient. This calls to mind a piece of advice my father would reiterate time and time again. Do not worry about what you cannot control, only focus on what you can control. This year, we have faced many obstacles out of our control through our degree and beyond. Completing a university degree is challenging in and of itself, and the pandemic has completely altered our understanding of education. We have had to adapt to foreign learning environments. Whether that was completing our coursework in collaboration with peers and professors, many of whom we have only ever interacted with in the online world, or directing lessons and activities for our students in our field placements from behind a mask and within restrictions we never thought would be part of our lives. These are just a couple examples of the factors that were out of our control that had a major impact on our university experience. We did not let these factors derail us, and I'm confident in saying that this grad class maintained poise and focused on elements within our control. Despite the challenges, we maintained a positive and motivated mindset. By completing a university degree during a global pandemic, we have persevered through adversity and conquered barriers that stood in our way. To quote Maya Angelou, "I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it." We have continually demonstrated resiliency, and I believe the challenges we have faced and persevered through have not at all reduced us, but dignified us as educators and graduates, and most importantly, citizens of the world. In an online learning environment, there were many experiences we had that were brand new to us as students accustomed to years and years of in-person learning. These new experiences include hours and hours and hours, and a few more hours in front of a screen, and the numerous times we have tried to speak in a Zoom class, only to realize we were muted. We have gone into more breakout rooms than I can count, and have seen our fair share of technology failures. How many times have we heard, "I'm going to keep my camera off because my Wi-Fi is bad," or "You froze it for a few seconds there, can you repeat that?" How many times did we wave goodbye to our professors and classmates at the end of a Zoom call? The answer, every class. Despite the solely online platforms we have been limited to, we have somehow managed to forge friendships, bonds, and a teacher community through the screen. I would have never imagined this was possible, and it takes a very special group of people to make you feel like you are so close together when you are actually far apart. For the Bachelor of Arts graduates in attendance today, I would like to commend you on the completion of your four-year degree. Prior to my education degree, I completed a Bachelor of Arts degree, and I will be forever thankful for the knowledge I gained and lessons learned during those years. My arts degree taught me to always think critically about information I am exposed to deeply consider ethical factors in the real-life situations I find myself in, and to advocate and fight for social justice. The influence of this degree stretches far beyond the academic realm, and I feel it has better prepared me to be a good citizen of the world. I believe the greatest gift a university degree can give a person is to teach you about yourself and to become a better person in the process. I'm sure you echo these sentiments, and you should feel extremely proud and rewarded for completing such an empowering degree. As much as we can dwell on the could-haves if this were a non-COVID year, I think it is important to recognize the many positives that came out of this year. We recognize the hard work and dedication from the STU education faculty in all disciplines to completely adapt and revamp their courses to suit online platforms. As students, it was not always easy to learn online, so we are able to recognize how challenging it must have been to teach online. Despite these challenges, I can say without reservation that the faculty put us as their students and pre-service teachers first. Even with the disconnected atmosphere due to the online environment, our professors went above and beyond to ensure our success in this program. Throughout the 10-month program, the faculty have become terrific role models and support systems for us. They have inspired us wholeheartedly as we reflect on who we want to be as teachers. Another aspect of this year to be thankful for is our ability to have spent the entirety of our 15-week field placement uninterrupted in New Brunswick classrooms. We were guided by our mentor teachers and were able to apply our skills and abilities to teaching in a classroom setting, gaining that valuable practical experience that will have a lasting impact as we enter the teaching profession. These experiences allowed us to build relationships with staff and students at our respective schools, and by doing so, reminded us why we chose to pursue one of the most rewarding careers. I have learned so many lessons along the way from my fellow teacher candidates, professors, the school staff, and notably, my students. My biggest takeaway from this year and this degree is recognizing just how much we have to learn from others. As teachers, we learn just as much from our students as they will learn from us. Choosing a career in education means much more than reading Shakespeare plays in English classes or explaining that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell in science classes. We are much more than teachers of curriculum, but we are teachers of equity, principles, and values. Thinking back on a conversation I had with my mentor teacher about our role as teachers, he reminded me to always remember the human aspect of teaching. Our students are not just students, they are our fellow human beings. We have to always remember to model kindness, compassion, and respect in our classroom, just as much as we emphasize the importance of solving mathematical problems. I am extremely empowered to know that I am dedicating my career to working with the young people of today, who are so resilient, smart, and caring. They are eager to learn about the world and change it for the better. By entering our careers with open minds and open hearts, we can be part of this real change. There were definitely many ups and downs along the way, but what road doesn't have potholes in New Brunswick? It has not at all been a conventional school year, to say the least, but with green on the horizon and a return to normal in sight, we are finishing our degree and embarking on our careers on an optimistic note. It has always been my dream to be a teacher, and I feel honored to have shared this experience with such an inspiring group of people. I want to wish all of my fellow graduates the very best in the future, and there is no doubt in my mind that this graduating class is equipped to create positive change in the world. Thank you.